Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday, and I'm actually recording this on Sunday morning. It's going to be a fairly involved process, probably quite a lot more mixed media than I usually do on a Scrap Squad lift, but it looks incredible to me. I love the original. And it is by Sherry Seattle, I think is the artist. It's got a strong horizontal line, some hexagons, which I've punched out for mine, photo in the center with a cluster of various elements, including flowers, and some chevron type arrows heading that way on that side, and then this way on this side, done in white texture paste on white. My white texture paste dried up on me, and my new bottle or jug or container or whatever hasn't come in yet. So I'm going to use black, and I'm going to use black kind of as an accent throughout. Whereas their mixed media is kind of a combination of orange and gray, which are the two main colors in their pattern papers there. I'm going to use different shades of green. I've got mowed lawn, twisted citron, and peeled paint. And I'm going to do various and sundry stenciling effects as well as stamping in those colors and black. So I'm just going to kind of show you where I started. I'm going to put this aside. It's supposed to stay live for a little bit. I have kind of laid out my hexagons, and seeing where they are, I know that my mixed media needs to be kind of right here and a lot down here. And there will be kind of a vertical line coming down. I have a tray of embellishments because my photo is of my cat, who is a very thick, fluffy orange Persian. He was yawning. I'm going to title it Rawrr because I've been itching to use that. So I'm going to use lime green as my accent color along with all the oranges to kind of pick up on his fur color plus the color of the couch that he almost blends into. So, and my horizontal line is going to be set by washi tape. And then I have these few other things. Might not use it all, but we'll see. I have stamps from this stamp set, and I'm sorry I can't tell you the brand name. I got it at Amazon a while back, and I think it was just one of their own brands, so probably something that they imported in bulk from China. But I got it because I used to have a hexagon or a honeycomb stamp like this, and I lost it. I have a solid one, but I didn't have the outline. And I just love this, although I have something similar to that from Visible Image Stamps. And you can always use a collection of spatters and splatters and blotches and stuff and swipes and stuff like that. So, and then I have my very favorite texture effects stamp set, this art by Marlene. It's called Exclusive Textures, and I'll pull that out if I need it. My hexagons were cut from Project Life cards from a Project Life collection called the Bloom Edition. And this happens to be at the top of a stack of Project Life boxes that I was getting ready to take to put on the giveaway table at a retreat. And well, actually I took them, And they ended up coming back because everybody had flown in and they couldn't take anything that heavy back home. So I was driving, so I drove them back home. And they're just sitting there. And I passed by and I forget, I think this card was kind of sitting on top. I'll show you the box and then I can get it off the table and reclaim that real estate. This is the box right here. And so I saw this pattern and this pattern and thought, you know, that's similar to the couch in that photo. So I thought, okay, why not do that? And I knew there was some lime green in there. So I went off and found that. And wanting to use black as an accent, I picked these patterns because they have some black in them. So I'm going to recycle those. Now I'm going to pull these off. And I don't think I have any particular way that I need to put them back on. And I'm going to apply the first coat of, or the first base, which I think is going to be the Twisted Citron. I'm going to apply that with a baby wipe. It's a wet baby wipe, and it's the simplest thing in the world. I'm just gonna kind of dab it on here and kind of just tap it, and you can see it leaves some dark areas. There's a little bit of texture kind of based on the scrunched up folds that I'm using. And I'll go ahead, I think I'll add a little bit of peeled paint just to give it some depth in a couple areas. I'm gonna be doing some stamping with the peeled paint, so I don't need to put a whole lot there. And if I want to tone it down a little bit, I can kind of, I'm working, by the way, with Vicki Bouton's mixed media foundations paper. Okay, so now I'm going to take the stencil. Where did my stencil go? Here it is. Here is a stencil that has some splatters and the like. Some splatters and splotches. And I'm gonna kind of do a little of that and do a little of that, and maybe put another splotchy sort of thing right there. And you can see brushing this, this is the same peeled paint that we have here. You can see it's a completely different color and a different effect, actually. So because we want this vertical line there, I'm gonna do this set of splatters, and I think that's enough with that color. I'm gonna do a little bit more with this mowed lawn color just to get a different kind of look. I'm gonna maybe do a horizontal line there. That kind of looks like a a map. I like, let me just add a few of these little splotches. Maybe I'll turn it this way and do them there. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do, and we'll we'll do some stamping next. I'm gonna bring the mowed lawn out. Let me kind of wipe that off. And then I'll place it with its packaging and put it on the floor, of course. I have another stencil that I'm going to use. That was a Bramble Fox stencil. I have this one I'm going to use. I've taped it off. I'm going to use it for the chevrons. And I want to get that done as soon as possible, I guess. Well, it should be out of the way of most of what we're doing with paper. So I'm inking that up. And if I look at the original, I really like the effect of whatever this stamp is. I know that there's going to be a hexagon coming down. I like that. And I'm going to do one up there. And maybe a touch. Good. I like that kind of outline, just a little bit of an outline right there. And same there. And that's all without re-inking. I'm getting these extra little bits. And it goes all the way down to the end of the paper and up there. Okay, so that's that stamp done. I'm going to put it aside somewhere. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it over here on the table that's behind me. Okay, this one, this splatter I'm going to do in the Twisted Citron, fully realizing it's probably not going to show up very vividly. Oh, it kind of does. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to do a mode. Listen, I did mowed lawn for the other side. I'm going to do peel paint for this next couple of splatters. Kind of do one there and one here. And I'm almost gonna wipe some of that off. It's a little vivid. And I'm kind of just doing the edges, which is giving me some straight lines, which I don't like, but the oxides are kind of cooperative in that it can kind of be smudged with your finger. Okay, I have one more stamp that has some little kind of a line of dots. And I'm going to go, let me see what I want to do. Maybe I'll do these in this gray color. It's a Memento ink called London Fog, and it came in a Mind the Scrap kit. And if I recall, it's fairly subtle. Subtle may be an understatement, but it gives an extra little kind of a hint of texture. And in this case, it's adding kind of almost a background color. Okay. And I think I'm done stenciling and stamping, except there are, in the original, these circles. So I've got this roll that kind of, that some adhesive came on. So I'm just gonna do a couple of those, just those 3. And then I have in here, I thought it was in here. I'm not gonna open this for now. I'm gonna put that aside. I do have a smaller lid that I could use for circles. I'm going to use the peeled paint, and that's about the same size actually. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. I have to clean this because that is the lid for my white texture paste, and I don't want it turning green. Okay, so now I'm done with the mixed media background, except for the black chevrons. So let me get my, I'm gonna have these going this way, and I've taped off with washi tape the area that I don't want the texture paste to be. Let me get this, and I'm going to kind of just do that. And then down here, I'm going to put it about right here, just because that's at the juncture of the circles and the honeycomb seems like a good place for it. It doesn't match up exactly with what was done in the original. Okay, so now we're done with mixed media. We can actually put the paper pieces down, and the I'm gonna have to clean this just real quick. And this will give it a chance to dry. So what I'm gonna do first is put the horizontal line, the washi tape on there, and then I will, I'll put the hexagons on. Okay, I can clean that the rest of the way, and now all that needs to be cleaned are my fingers. So, I decided, you know, generally I like to make fairly short videos, and I do a fair amount of pre-work. In this case, I did some pre-work and some planning, certainly in selecting the stencils and the colors and punching out the hexagons. But I really wanted to show the whole process of doing the mixed media, and there's not really a way to shortcut that other than to do it ahead of time, and I didn't want to do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna, let's see, let's get the washi tape. And the washi tape has some words on it that would be appropriate to, you know, to the page. but I doubt that they're going to show. It's a bit of color, actually, that kind of goes with and blends in with some of the others. Okay, so I'm just going to start. I have put I've put one dot kind of down at the, to hold that, so that as I bend it, it can, the bend will show and it has some dimension as it stands up from the page. So that's kind of my thought process there. You can see that a little of the orange shows through. I didn't bend this one, so let's do that. Okay, and then I believe I had this here. This one's going to be partially obscured by the photo. It's my least my least favorite, but I am going to have some pink in here, so it's okay. And it's my least favorite because it's triangles, guys. Okay, so I think that's gonna go like that. So this will go this goes actually down this way. And then this goes next to it. And I like that the kind of the confluence of the black elements there. And this goes right above here. I love me some lime green. And I like that it got all the way up to there. That's a happy accident. So then we have, I'm gonna work this way. This one actually goes here. I'm going to put it here. And then we have one that goes kind of like so. So I have to space it properly for that. And I really wanted to get, I normally don't worry that much about matching up with the original, but I really like the balance of the original, and I don't want to lose that. So there, and then this goes here. Okay, the photo will go there, so I need something right here, and I think that works. Let me actually put this one. No, I can't have that print so close to the other print that's like that. So this is going to go here, like so. And then I think I need one right, well, I'm going to switch out and put this one up here. And then I'll put this one here. And then this one will go here. And you know what I want to do next. I don't want this one right next to that one. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to switch places with these. And this is way too much. I'm overthinking it. None of that would be necessary, except I really like this page and want to do it justice. So I'm going to lay the photo there, and I have some elements that are going to kind of go behind it. So I want to be sure that I've considered those. I'm actually covering up this pattern, which is one of my favorite patterns. So I'm going to switch again. This pattern right here is the one that led me to choose that Project Life paper. So again, let me put some foam back here. And we'll see if we can get that to stick down there. Got that right there. I'm letting a little bit, if I move it that way and move that up, that kind of works. And then I have this little tag that I thought I'd use just for some added color, kind of right close to this other tag. I kind of want the bow to look kind of casual there. And so I'm going to fuss with it. And I've got this big star. There was a star and a heart right in here, and I'm not seeing it. I think this is too big. I don't want to cover up that much of my mixed media. So what I'm going to do is find a different, I have this star. I kind of like that one. And I'm just going to kind of glue it on. Easier said than done. I guess I'm getting down to the the level is getting down on this. So I'm going to put it right there. I need for it to make contact with that tag, and it's not. I should maybe put a little tiny bit of stuff. Okay, so some of the fun elements, let's get working on those right now. I have this speech bubble, which I thought I would put right there. And it's kind of a leather look. It came in a package that had a lot of cork elements, but some of them had this sort of leather-like look. So here's where I'm going to put the title, which is this lime green word, Rawrr, with 2 R's at the end. I have to remember that when I'm typing the title. So there. And then I have a Bramble Fox lion here that I'm gonna add in. And then I have a lion from it's an Echo Park collection. I'm losing the name of it, but I'm gonna put it right here. And let's see, I think I'm gonna use a dot. I like the look of the greens with all the oranges and pinks. That was kind of my reason for going with the green. I thought the contrast would look nice. So I want to keep I want you to be able to see that those are hexagons. This is not parallel. That's because I've bent it so much. Let's see. So I'm going to do it this way. And I need another dot down below it if I'm going to do that, because I want it partially on the paper with just his head right there. Okay. And I have this frame that I somehow thought I might work in, but I'm not. I have a little tiny tag that is going to kind of continue that vertical line. I think they've got a tag. This one says, "Here comes the fun." And I'm going to put it, let's see. I want it kind of in between where this blotch is and this honeycomb is. So I'll do that. And then I have some flare. I have this lime green flare that has some colors. I think it's from a set at the Flare Hut called Llama Summer. I believe that's it. And I'm going to kind of slide it in right there. I have a kitty cat face that's in black and white. And I thought I might overlap the heart. See, the heart is not getting on there, so I need a strip of foam behind it. And of course it's not gonna stick. I think I had another one. Well, that's okay. In fact, I could even put it upside down. I could do that. Let me try this. And then I know my cat won't go over it. So it's just gonna have to go beside it. So there. I think that's gonna, oh my gosh, it's stuck to my mat. Okay, let's see if we can work this out. I think that's gonna work, guys. Okay, now I have another, I have this, which says life is an adventure. And I'm not just automatically seeing a great place for it other than maybe down here on the on the background. I'll see if that's parallel. I think it is. And I may tuck in a little piece that I'm doing just for color and interest, kind of right there. And then I have this other half of it that I could tuck in up there by the flare. Okay, that has too much foam and it's in the wrong place, so let me see how this works. Okay, there. And then I have this that I thought maybe I could work in right there. I'll hide most of it, but that's okay. I've had many of these because I bought a lot of that collection. Okay, so that just kind of adds to the interest of what's going on in the photo cluster. And I've got this orange arrow, which might be cute going across there. So I'm just going to put enough glue to get it to stick to the photo. And then I'll let the tail fall where it may, and it'll kind of stand up like that. I have this tiny little piece that I thought I'd just kind of throw out there for good measure. So I'm not going to use that. I have a couple chevrons here that I could group like that. I think that works. And I'm just going to glue them down flat because we have a lot of texture and a lot of dimension going on elsewhere. That doesn't need to be the story there. And where did the other one go? There it is. Where on earth had it gone? You all probably knew. Okay, and then I have this flare that has little cat paws. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm using a different kind of adhesive for the flares. It's a glue dot that I bought a long time ago to make up some gift baskets. I think I'm going to layer it down in the background underneath this heart and the kitty cat flare. Okay, I'm done. I think it's done. I like the page. I was going to make it a Christmas page because that photo happened to be taken on Christmas Day. So I'm going to add a tiny little bit of journaling. Let's go. Freddy. Christmas. 1979. Okay, so there's my page. Let me see if I can bring up the original on here. And there's the original. I did not use a flower on mine because I don't have room. and I want that to show. I don't want to cover that up. And it doesn't, my hexagons don't show as well as their hexagons. You can kind of see the shape here and there. Otherwise, they just kind of provide background for all the rest of my mess. So thank you for watching, and happy Scrap Squad Sunday. Bye.